at that.
Over here, Paul.
Oh,
Easy. Over this way, Paul.
Side to
Beautiful.
side.
That's it. Excellent. Straight down here. Straight down here, guys.
Ali.
got one for you too, dog. Go, one of my jerseys.
Oh, yo. Hey, that's dope. Already signed as well?
Yep.
Understand.
Straight down here, guys. Straight down here. Over here, easy. Paul. Beautiful. Over here, Paul. Easy. And then guys, one more straight ahead for UFC.
The whole place and shock the world again. Your fight with Kelvin Gastelum in April, many people see it as a front runner for Fight of the Year. Some people express some concerns that you were turned around pretty quickly. You've had 6 months. Overall thoughts on the timeline in advance of this fight here, son?
6 months is a lot better than 16 months. I'll put it that way.
Last thing, in terms of Robert Whittaker and how he stacks up to previous opponents, anything to say on him before we let you fly?
Look, fuck the belt. For me, the real goal is beating him, because he's a warrior. He's got that Modi blood in him, and he's not my first Modi I fought, trust me. So, Sunday, October 6th, if you don't have your tickets, don't steal, don't do nothing crazy, just make sure you get your tickets, because trust me, we're gonna blow that place up. Y'all ready?
It has been an amazing ascent to superstardom. It continues Sunday once more. The last style bender, Israel Adesanya. Robert Whittaker, I think I speak for MMA fans around the world when I say welcome back, man. It's good to see you.
Good to be back, mate. Good to be back.
So there have been 72 UFC pay-per-views since you last lost a fight. I know you're excited to have that Yoel Romero chapter closed. How does Israel Adesanya stack up to past competition of yours?
Yeah, he's my biggest threat today, only because he's the next fight. The next fight's always the biggest threat. I'm knowing this, the best I've ever been. Who'll tell you that? Yeah, so he's the best I've ever been.
You showed everyone today how an open workout is done, and we certainly appreciate the extended time. These people are all here for you. Got to be pretty special for you to see this backdrop here.
Yeah, it's amazing. Everybody guys are hanging out, waiting for you. Got to put on a show, and yeah, someday I'm going to make it up to you guys.
We can't wait to see you make that walk in the stadium on Sunday. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it once more. The middleweight champ, Robert Whittaker.
Do you ever get worried that it's like too much? You know, sometimes we see people when they get this level of fame that it starts kind of encroaching on their training and stuff like that. Is there any way you can manage that, or that the gym is able to manage that? Not that he seems like it's gone to his head and it's taken over his life or anything like that, the fame element, but is there a way you guys deal with that? Because you seem to do it quite well, whatever you're doing.
No, that's a constant worry. It's a constant worry, you know, like... what I'm interested to see, if I be brutally honest, is, you know, will Israel stay as active as he's been after this fight? This fight kind of takes him to a new stratosphere, you know, like we fought 21 times in a year once, but we were getting, you know, a few $1,000s a fight, so we had to.
Yeah. You're on the ascent.
It's a lot different when you got millions of dollars in your back pocket. Is that desire still there to fight? Like, you got into this sport to be the best in the world at it, and it's a little bit easier to drive yourself when you got a couple of grand in your pocket and you're living like fight to fight. But when you got millions of dollars in your pocket, do you want to be as active as you want? Do you want to be the best fighter in the world? Like, do you really want to be the best fighter in the world? Because now you can afford to do whatever you want in between your fights. Now you can go and fly around the world and hire whatever hotel rooms you want and do whatever you want. Yeah, so that's when you really find out the true person. I talk about it with a little bit of reference because I think it's like a great test. I think it's like one of the best tests
of his
character, of who he is, of, you know, like, what do you want? Like, what do you want to be? Like, has all this fame and money changed you? Like, are you gonna like strive to be the best, or are we just gonna settle and be like, look, we've made millions, like, you know, we can just fight once or twice a year now. Like, you've got enough money for, you know, my family and our family after that, and family, you know, like, what do you want to do? Like, I talk about it with a bit of reverence because I think it's a great test, but I also don't have the answer to that question as well. Like, I don't truly have the answer. We have to be put in that position for myself to find that answer, for Israel to find that answer with himself. So definitely something I think about all the time.
MMAfighting.com, and we are with Dan Hooker ahead of his fight with Ali Aquinte. It feels like everything about this event is really geared around city kickboxing, and Eugene Behrman refers to you as the unofficial captain of the team. What's the atmosphere like in the gym ahead of this? It must be incredible.
In the gym, it's ridiculous. We really cruise through training camp. It's just been so much fun because we're all in it together. We're all getting ready for the same thing. We've got two of our fighters fighting Muay Thai tomorrow night. We got MMA on tonight with another teammate. So there's a whole bunch of us. I think there's like 100 city kickboxing members that have kind of made the trip over to support us. So the energy's just been crazy.
And we're here with an impeccably dressed Ali Aquinte, who takes on Dan Hooker on the main card of UFC 243. I was just thinking with this Madison Square Garden card coming up, and Jorge Masvidal, a guy that you've defeated before, and all this talk of bad motherfuckers. I mean, I feel like you're a pretty bad motherfucker yourself. I mean, do you feel like you should be in that conversation somewhere?
That's a great compliment. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think that no, those are two bad motherfuckers, and it's great that you put me up there with them. It's an honor, and yeah, I think that is rightfully deserved.
You like that, the whole idea of this belt? I suppose it's controversial in some respects. Some people don't like the idea of this the manufactured belt as opposed to a champion, a meritocracy-based system. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, I don't know. I think that the toughest motherfucker is the champ, the real champ. But I don't know. It's a little weird, but they're actually going to put a belt on somebody that's not the champ. But those are two bad motherfuckers, so it is what it's whatever. I'm not really, it's not my thing. I'm more of like a traditionalist. The champ is the champ, and that should never be, I would feel that very disrespected as a champion if they were putting a belt on someone else in my weight class.
It does feel as though because he has so much momentum at the moment, it is a very valuable win for you in the sense that, he's generated so much hype and stuff like that. Do you see it like that as well? You're going to take that value from him if you have your hand raised?
Haven't thought about it really because before I step in there, it's 50-50. I could lose, I could win. As long as I'm doing the right things beforehand, I can move into doing the right things after. So for me, the result of the fight doesn't really matter. It's about the journey and doing the right things before it.
When you watch, I'm sure when you watch the Izzy versus Gastelum fight, when you come out of that, were you as a fighter, you go, oh, there's lots of holes, or were you like, oh, that guy is really good?
No, honestly, I thought I wasn't that impressed, to be honest, because I thought it would be much more one-sided just due to the physical differences between him and Gastelum. He has a height reach advantage, and he's a striker. He's a great striker. He's got great timing. So when he got touched up in the first and second round, I was like, ooh.
What were you impressed with, if anything, though?
I've been impressed with Israel since he got on the scene. Before that, when he was kickboxing, I think his striking is phenomenal. I think his timing is impeccable. I think the way he uses his physical advantages in his striking game is great. But yeah, I do. I think he's a good fighter, a really good fighter.
The animosity that seems to be there is mostly on his side, right? Like most of the conversation is coming from him in terms of stirring up some emotions between you two guys. Do you feel like as that's fake in any kind of way? Do you feel like it's fabricated? Because even now you're speaking about city kickboxing and him with a lot of respect,
Yeah, no. It's never been personal for me. I've never tried to make it personal. Honestly, I don't care. I don't care about him or anything else that surrounds him. I'm doing me. I'm doing my story. This is my journey, and I have a lot to focus on as it is. I'm preparing for a very hard fight with a great fighter, but I'm also doing other things. I'm opening up a new gym in Artarmon, which is after this fight, which is going to be great. Playing with the podcast, Grange TV. Shout out. but yeah, I'm doing other stuff. I'm very busy. I'm a busy man.
And that just takes time away from things to have to invest energy into that?
Yeah, I don't have time nor the emotional capacity to deal with other shit.
You can make $100 million in the UFC. You don't have to go to boxing. That's such a it's only Mayweather's gonna make that. You know, only McGregor's gonna make that. Like when he fought Mayweather. So it's like that's a Mayweather effect. That's gonna happen in the UFC. I guarantee you. I might be the first to do it in the UFC if McGregor comes back and compete with me for that. But I might be the first to do that in the UFC. So I don't go to. It's not about money at the end of the day. I'm doing this for legacy. So this is where I'm gonna end my career. I don't want to like fight the baddest motherfuckers in the world and then go fight some guy. Oh, we'll duke it out, but we'll just use our hands. I gotta kick someone in the face.
Say something about your star power to have John Jones kind of tweeting at you the way he is and talking about you like that. Sometimes he doesn't even mention guys, you know?
Not really, I don't think so, but it just shows you how much I'm under his skin, how much I get to him, that's it.
You definitely see that fight happen in the future, right?
I told you, 2021, Raider Stadium, Las Vegas.
You know, you spoke about Mayweather there. Do you look up to him in any kind of way, what he's done?
Man, he's the fucking money, I've been money team for a long time. And when he fought McGregor, I was going for McGregor because when I fought in boxing, you know, my first fight, they made me lose. That's my only loss. And I rocked the guy in the first round, smoked him in the second round, and I coasted in the third round, and they gave it to him. And that's because a guy with no amateur record, no pro record in boxing, coming in and making one of their best boxers in Australia look shit, you know? So when he fought Mayweather, I was like, I want McGregor to win because I can relate to that. So, yeah, I look at Mayweather, look when it was Pretty Boy Floyd, what he did, and look at him as Money May. He knew the formula. He created that that not everyone followed. Like Ali did that as well. Like a lot of people have done that for years, but he's done it the best.
I really want to break the face of Adesanya, you know, but I think Robert will win. I can fight against Robert also. He did a great 2 hours against Romero. For a lot of people, he lost, and I prove I'm on the tough guy, and I can beat everybody here.
I think, I kind of briefly touched on it on the media day. I have a lot of, self-esteem and lack of confidence issues. I've had a lot of stuff that I've had to deal with my past, and I let that kind of affect my confidence in my fighting as well. And definitely over the last few fights, I am the type of person that I care about what people think about me. I get emotional about that stuff. And, I'm learning to be better about that, about not getting upset when somebody who doesn't know me calls me like ugly or a man or I'm on steroids or you're a shit fighter, stuff like that. Just because they don't know me, they don't know the real me, they don't know who I am, they don't know how hard I work, they don't know how much I have sacrificed and I have invested into this sport. And I think this performance was about me and me alone. And it didn't matter who was across from me. This was going to be my night.
Way too wide on that punch.
Yeah. We watched 3 videos of Justin Tafa, all the same. Wide or left overhand and uppercut. He actually finished 3 guys like that. So we working all camp. Pull back right hand and straight right hand, which is quicker than the overhand. So that's what we did.
So that you credit that knockout to your coaches and the scouting. Really.
I didn't want to do that because he's not gonna train me anymore. But yes, my striking coach got the credit on this one. We working a lot on this. Yes, I want to fight December. I'm healthy. I need money. I'm going right back to work right now. So I need to fight 3 in 3 months. UFC, give me fight, please. I want to fight. I want to do this a full time. This is what I'm born to do.
What do you do when you're not fighting?
I'm a security in the high school. Slap kids around over there. Yeah, they like me. They love me. They know.
They better.
You to kind of announce yourself to the UFC?
Yeah, I mean it's good for like publicity and stuff like that, but it's not good for my looks. My modeling career is going like a little bit further away every time. Getting some more scars. My ears are getting a bit more chewed up, and my nose ain't looking so great. But hopefully my hairline's gonna cover this one on my eyebrows, so I'll carry on all good. I thought I was going to finish him a couple of times, you know what I mean? Like it was damn close. He was doing the skanky leg and he was wobbling around and I had him on the ground flattened out and I was bombing shots into him and he was just yelling just out of frustration, because I was like, I still have more gas and I was stronger. And I could feel it. I thought it was coming as well. And he's like yelling. He goes, I'm all good to the ref. And I was like, fuck, this guy's, I'm pumping him. But what can you say, man? Like, disrespect, like after you share the cage with another man like that or another woman if you're a female, like there's nothing more to be said. You had a fist fight. You're a modern day gladiator.
Is that the best time of your life in there, or was that the worst time?
Best time of my life, man. Like I want to live doing anything else. You know, this is what I live for. So I spend every hour in the gym doing this. When I go home, I spend every hour trying to get recovered so that I can go back and do this. You know, it's literally all I care about, and it's I'm very privileged to be able to do the thing I love. You know, as my job. You know, very few people get to do that, so it's very cool.
I feel I'm a 5-round fighter, so I wanted to take the full 15 minutes and really showcase that. I felt like if I had another 2 rounds, you know, that I would have stopped him for sure. With another 10 minutes in there, picking him apart, that would have stopped him. I wanted to prove that I'm ready for a 5-round fight. You know, you can't go in there and just blow these top 10, top 5 guys out of the water. You know, top 15, and then these unranked guys, you can go out there and do that. You know, but they're so tough. This skill level so high that you have to match that. So that's what I was there. I was out there tonight to prove that I want a 5-round. I want a main event, 25 minutes, man.
You had a pretty phenomenal call out ready to go afterwards. Unfortunately, Dustin has already taken to Twitter and said, yeah, not interested. I'm interested in fighting Conor. Maybe you can go fight Cowboy in the meantime. So I'm curious, does fighting Cowboy interest you, or do you think you'll keep pursuing this Dustin thing and see if the UFC will put it together?
He's gonna fight who?
He wants to fight Conor, yeah.
If he wants to sit around chasing leprechauns, that's his own problem. If he wants a real fight, that'll take it. He knows where to find me.
Like this, obviously I'm disappointed, you know, but I took the fight to him. Me and him are 2 of the best strikers in the world, you know, and it was tit for tat. And then I got caught. It happens, you know. He beat me tonight, but I'm 28. This is my first loss in the division. You know, trust me when I say I'm not going anywhere. I am fortunate enough that I didn't leave the octagon with any injuries, so I look to get back in there and get back to work. I need to work on that check hook defense. You know, it is what it is though. We went out there and we put our hearts on, and it happens. You know, when, honest to God, you put 2 of the best strikers in the world together, that's what happens. Someone's gonna get caught. You know, and unfortunately tonight it was me. Honest to God, I think and that's what's so disappointing, I guess, is that I feel that I can beat him. I have the skill sets to beat him. But we clashed heads and I came off second best. You know, I got caught. And all hats off to him. You know, he's a great striker and congratulations. But like I said, I'm going nowhere. I'm still one of the best fighters in the world. I've always claimed that title as one of the best in the world. And yeah, you know, I got the title once.
Probably one of my toughest tests, but I'll make it look easy. Who did I say that to? Yeah, exactly. I told you guys, I'll make it look easy. And, fuck, man, I don't know. Yeah. It's crazy. Like, sometimes I have to pinch myself and just be like, that really happened. We just did that. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, you know, you guys see me. Like, you recognize Stars, Submission Radio from the jump, so you saw me. You knew what my potential was. And I know you're Aussies, you know, I know you guys like Whitaker as well, but I appreciate the love and support throughout the times because you guys still give us a platform. People, after seeing that entrance, I bet you the green-eyed monsters were like, I fucking hope this guy loses. I fucking hope. I saw some of you in here as well. Oh, this asshole, look at him, thinks he's a fucking man. I hope he loses. I hope he gets flatlined. You know, because that's just that, it's ingrained in us. It's this tall puppy syndrome. It's this jealousy that when you see someone shining, you feel like it takes away from your own shine. I'm like, look, I can't dim my shine just because some people feel uncomfortable. Everything went full circle tonight. I danced with some of my day ones, my guys, not even day -5s, guys that I've known from way back. You know, Jay, I used to look up to him, you know, back in Rotorua. Jesse, I taught him how to dance, and now he's just taking it and run with it. And to have them, you know, set the tone for me and just have fun. And like I said, when I'm having fun, I'm the best in the world. So I was having fun. And when I saw him walk out, it was too intense. And you can't fake that shit. You can put your hoodie over your eyes and all you want. I can smell it's pheromones, you know, I can smell it off him. I was like, he's not with it. And he was doing the right moves, but there was no feeling behind it. So I saw everything coming. He hit me a few times, but like I don't like getting hit because not that I'm a bitch or I'm not tough. I am, but it's not smart. But yeah, I just showed you guys I can take it and give it as well, apparently, because I have no knockout power and I got pillow hands. Boo-hoo. You know, you ever heard about the anime called Death Note? Anyone? Hands up? Yeah, so he's the Grim Reaper, right? I have a Shinigami with me. And I just had to write his name because I was like, he's not gonna last. I just wrote his name in a Death Note. And those who knows the rules of the Death Note, they know there's a certain time frame that after your name's written in the Death Note, the Shinigami will get you. So yeah, it is what it is, and it happened as it's supposed to be.
Just last one. Obviously, you had that moment with Paulo Costa afterwards.
Oh, my bitch.
Yeah, is he definitely the next? Because you've talked about John Jones,
we'll see.
and when could we see that fight potentially?
I don't know. I have my people call their people. Right now, I'm Hollywood now, Esther. I'm Hollywood. Right now, I just nothing set in stone. I'm just feeling it. But I like that fight because the casuals, they're dumb. They see a beefed up beefcake like that and think, oh, that's the guy. I'm still all hype, by the way. I'm still all hype. Don't worry. I'm just the hype train. Yeah, so they'll see that and think that's the guy. That's the guy. They just want to see me lose, but they're gonna be waiting for a long time. I told you, I'm a dancer. I'm an entertainer. Like, I don't have to worry about it. We came up with that on Wednesday. I tried to do it at the Silver fight in February, and the UFC were like, no, we can't have that. I was like, oh, fuck you then. And then this fight, this is my show. I'm headlining this bitch. So I was like, no, I'm gonna do it my way or no way. Like, who else on this kind of stage is gonna do that before they go and whoop some ass, you know? It's no one. I think James Tahuna is the only one that's ever done it, from what I can remember, with the Men in Black intro, and Anderson Silva did it in Pride with his Michael Jackson shit. But like, this is, I showed you guys. If I could sing, trust me, Justin Bieber wouldn't even have a job. But you know, you don't want to hear me sing. But yeah, like, you got to realize this is the spectacle, man. This is a big stadium. I had to give them a show and set the tone. And there's no one like me, like no one.
All right. Thank you, Izzy.
Are we done? Oh, that was fun. Smoke or break?